I think we're good. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Shade Room. I'm your host, Samford or Sam Ford. And then we've got Pillow, like Yellow, otherwise known as Pillow.
Not
We're
known
here
as
today.
Pillow.
He's known as Pillow, don't lie to you. So, basically, this is like the A-Sun show, except shadier, much shadier. Um, Pillow, do you want to give them like a quick score rundown of your game going on right now against Mercer? We have a big matchup there.
Yeah, sure. We can start there and then get into some of the less lopsided games. Yo, so the first 90 seconds were basically the best 90 seconds of fake football I've ever played. I think on like his second play, I forced an interception, scored the next play, and then once he got the ball back, I like 749 diffed him and got the TD. So went up 14-0 pretty quick, and then so yeah, he got the return touchdown, which is fine. But then I shoot clock ran for an entire quarter, which is definitely a fair and balanced strategy, and not at all
Of
imbalanced.
offense.
Yeah. So I just ate literally the entire second quarter and kicked a field goal, and now I'm up 27-7.
Nice. Keeping that nail polish countdown going strong.
Yeah, I mean, wait, okay, if I mention my record vocally,
Uh-huh.
does that count to donating?
Like it should. Oh, I mean, the commish says it does. You see
What?
that there. So,
Okay, how? That's
I
not a
mean,
loophole.
nail salon techs without borders, they need nail polish, man.
This is ridiculous.
We're a charitable conference. We're not like the big sky over here.
Yeah, we care about people.
No
We care about
border
nails and
unpainted.
borders.
Yeah, but not the salon techs.
Yeah, no, they
So,
don't matter.
all right. Speaking of more lopsided games, Florida A&M and Samford started off as a very close game. Was 14 all at halftime, and then our players all convened in the locker room at halftime, had a discussion, and we decided that based on the committee's previous rankings, we needed quality losses. So we protested the third quarter. Florida A&M went up a lot, and we just never recovered. But the good thing is now we have that good quality loss that the committee's looking for.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I really got to hand it to you right there. Most normal coaches would try to win the game, right? But they don't understand the deep,
metrics.
intricate rankings that are used in the
Exactly.
committee, right? So they would just try to win and just win the game. What does that do for you? Nothing. Quality
I think,
losses, though, that's
yes. Our,
that's where it's at. That's what you want to have at least 2 to 5 of those on your record, I think, by the end of the season. So I
and
think
we
that was a real savvy move on your part right there.
we're kind
I
of
mean,
gaming the system a little bit.
yeah. I mean, maybe Campbell will come down with sanctions, but to me that's not illegal. That's just smart. And I mean,
Exactly.
Florida A&M, they might have gotten the win, but where are their
Really
quality
would.
losses at? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I
So
see that Matt also took our advice, losing 17-14 to Baba. So,
yeah.
you could say Samford and Matt are on the same level as far as intelligence goes with quality losses. We
Yeah.
recognize what the committee's looking for.
I mean, Matt was fifth overall on the committee, and I think with a quality loss to a team like Savannah State, it's hard to not move them up into the top 3. I mean,
I have them
with
as
a
number
close
one. I mean,
quality loss like that, how
oh,
can you
yeah,
say no?
to the almighty Baba, nonetheless.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
He's the man. So, that was probably better than the Florida A&M loss, honestly. He probably just should have lost a lot, with a lot bigger margin rather than by 3.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone can be as good of a quality loser as you, so
Exactly.
I'm not gonna ding him too much for it.
A bit of a
It's
pioneer.
hard to be that good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then we have Campbell Chattanooga,
Oh man.
our great commish, and Chatty let him shine. He almost shined his way into the win here, but he did lose by a last second touchdown. Campbell, when did you score that touchdown? With what, like a minute left? Wasn't canceled, Chatty. It's
Chatty
okay.
got one canceled after the
1
third
minute
quarter.
left. See,
1 minute
oh, you know
left
what?
for one hump. Truly,
Bet
truly great play. Yeah.
I,
Wait,
I bet
no.
that Chatty was just taking our advice. The
Yeah.
quality losses there. He has what? You have 6 quality losses now, Chatty. So
I mean,
honestly,
it's hard to get that many quality losses. You got to really. It's almost as impressive as. Actually, no, it's more impressive than winning every game. Because that's
so
a lot of quality losses. You could accidentally win a game here or there, and that would not be great.
one win
So
might screw you up at the
yeah.
end, but you're definitely a strong contender to get in the playoffs. So that's good.
do we
Then we
do we have
have,
a minute to talk about Chatty and their shining?
yeah, I mean, you talking about how we need to let them shine, and they're just shining away.
Oh, okay. So he joined the Discord before this week, right?
Yeah.
Or did he join it during his last game? But
And I think he was
so
there.
last time he loses by 7, right? In the Discord loses by 7. In the Discord this week loses by 7. So I'm not saying he's going to lose every game the rest of the season by 7, but the trend line is there.
It's there. It is
You
there.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean,
He's
he's
shining his
right
way
in
to
the
a playoff
chat.
spot.
Yeah, it's a marked improvement from losing by 20, in
But
some
yeah,
regards. So he's definitely not
um,
wrong there.
how about our conversations before about Chatty when the Jacksonville State game, where Matt said he messaged him, told him how to run. The offense
Oh
has
yeah.
definitely improved considering, now they know how to run and not just pass it.
Yeah. You want to call plays that are supported by your personnel groupings on the field typically. So, a little ASUN charity. ASUN is the only conference that looks out for everyone in the conference, I think.
Yeah. Coaching clinic for
So
everybody here.
yeah. There was no tutorial.
It was in the manual, Chatty. You didn't get the
Yeah, come
manual?
on.
Campbell, you're slacking, man.
It's right there. Come on.
All right, so then we'll get into Alabama A&M and ETSU, East Tennessee, whatever. Alabama A&M got the win here, 19-0. ETSU, I think, delay of game doubt.
Yeah, this one was a real barn burner.
Get me on
84
the edge of
total
my seat.
yards. Yeah. Alabama State kicks the field goal, and then East Tennessee just goes AWOL. DOG's out. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat watching that 24-hour timer, seeing if he'd get a play in before he lost.
So does ETSU, do their losses count as quality losses? If you DOG out, is that a quality loss?
Ooh,
I
see,
mean,
I don't
we
know,
need the
'cause
committee to answer that.
yeah, I mean, I'll defer to Mason there, but just in my opinion, it shouldn't, because the difference between losing and not playing, to me.
Yeah, because you could have won.
You could
but
have
you
won if
didn't.
you played. Exactly. You get it. So I think
I told you I
there's a
pioneered this
distinct
strategy.
Yeah. I mean, you know how sometimes in college there's just a team who's just way ahead of the curve and their offense is revolutionary and never been seen before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's basically where you're at. You're at Chip Kelly, Oregon levels of revolutionizing the game right now.
High praise there. This is the shade room. Quit shining me.
my bad. Sorry.
It's all right. So Jacksonville and Alabama State currently 15-8. Jacksonville has the lead. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. We at the ASUN don't play favorites, but Turkey is an active coach. How you feeling about that one?
I played Jacksonville last week, I think, and that was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty slow. So pretty much for that reason only, I'm open for Alabama State here. But
Do you think that the strategy may be play one number a day? Because technically, if you score a touchdown and then stop them, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, then you can just, it's like using the entire play clock. I mean,
exactly.
Talk about innovative.
Exactly. We're just real innovators here, pioneers over here at the ASUN.
Yeah, I mean, it can be frustrating to play Jacksonville, but you just gotta be on your A+ game. You gotta know you get 10 tries to win the game, so you gotta hit on them. That's all there is to it.
Absolutely. So last will be my arch rival versus Chatty's new arch rival, Kennesaw State and Stetson. Very glad to see that it's 27-7 over there. I just played judge in the FBS this week. It was a very close game, very entertaining. I managed to pull it out. You see there the news story in the chat that we'll talk about later. But looks like Judge is going to take all his frustration out on Stetson. So I appreciate that, buddy, because I have to wait till next year.
Yeah, gotta have a punching bag.
Exactly.
You know, I feel kind of bad for Stetson since he got in a car crash. So don't know how I feel about beating up on an injured coach, but
That's
I
true.
guess technically it's not outside the rule book, so you know I'll allow it.
Hats are still stupid. All right, so
I mean, okay, look, let's just what kind of name for a mascot is a Hatter? Like that's
Stetson Hatters,
pretty.
or are
I'm
they
not
the
gonna say
Stetsons?
I'm not gonna say bad, but it's definitely not good. Cause like I just googled Hatters and it literally says a person who makes, sells, or repairs hats. Which I don't know. I mean, you kind of want your mascot to be at least a little intimidating, right?
Don't they have machines for that now? So your mascot literally got replaced
Yeah. Your
by
mascot doesn't
the
exist
Industrial
anymore.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mascot hasn't been a thing for like 100 years.
You guys
It's
are
ridiculous.
understanding where my Stetson hate's coming from. I'm
Yeah.
glad to see
You
it.
know, I didn't fully get it before, but now that I've really had time to think about it, I definitely see where you're coming from here.
Miss Mason, their mascot is Chinese laborers. All right, so we'll get into our next segment, kind of the main meat of the show, Sunny Takes. I'll give you some news stories, and we'll kind of discuss them. A lot going on in the ASUN, very active conference with a lot of news going on. So the first one, I kind of went through the Twitters and found Campbell's health problems from eating gas station hot dogs. So anybody, you remember that news story, Pillow? You want to give them a rundown? I don't know if you're around for that one.
I think I remember asking him why he would want a gas station hot dog because I really didn't get that. But that's honestly all I remember about that one. But I mean, if we're just gonna, you know, if you'll give me the floor, I can rant about why would you get a gas station hot dog? But
And
if you
first of
remember
all,
more of
it's
the
like
news
he
story,
doesn't
please feel
care about
free.
his health. You
Yeah,
know?
well, I mean, at least respect yourself and like make your own hot dog. You know, not something that was cooked 8 hours ago and then left under a heat lamp. You know, that's all.
It's
I'm
like
saying.
1 minute in the microwave. That's it, Campbell.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah,
Have the
I
best
understand as conference commish, you got a lot of stress going on, but you should still try to take care of yourself.
Exactly. So he did say.
Okay, hold on. If it was the food of winners, then why does he have 3 losses?
Whew,
okay,
quality
explain.
losses, Pillow.
Logically inconsistent here.
Quality losses. Hot dogs, the food of quality losers. So, all right, while you handle that, I'll talk about the kind of the rundown of the news story.
Yeah. Go for the news story.
So Campbell said, you know, he was having these health issues. That's why he was not on the ASUN show last week. He said that he felt like soon the cough would drop. That is a direct quote. So clearly he's in grave condition.
Yeah, you know, I remember that part.
Prayers up for Campbell there. So what does this mean for the ASUN as far as, you know, if he dies from eating too many gas station hot dogs? I mean, what does that leave the conference?
Well, I mean, people are supposed to have wills, so maybe as a conference we should just get together and make a conference will just in case. Because if he's saying that the cough will drop soon, then that's not good. You know,
he can't even complete the
he
word
knows
cough.
it's happening. Yeah, exactly. He's weak. I mean, I think the first order of business, if that were to happen, would be to move Campbell to school somewhere. You know,
probably closer to the
North Carolina.
ASUN.
Yeah, closer to ASUN. And then from there, we can probably get a new Campbell and maybe a different conference commission.
Like maybe we'll build the supers, like the soups.
Yeah.
The chicken noodlers.
Build him a statue or something.
I don't know if he's done enough. Do you think? I guess that's a good take. Like, do you think he's done enough to deserve a hot dog statue? Would it be a camel in a hot dog suit?
I think maybe just like you know, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile or whatever it's called. Maybe just a camel like riding in that on top of that or something like that. Just a real big statue.
Alec, nice word choice. I see you can use that, but not the word coffin. Clearly, your health's improving, so the prayers are working. We appreciate you, Campbell. So that brings me to the next Campbell-related story. It's more scandalous. I hate to talk about this considering his condition, but he was quoted as saying, or asking rather, ASUN coaches to get him off. This was
Yeah.
reported earlier. Uh, wow, his wife is listening now. That's
Oh,
sad that she has
yikes.
to hear this. Man, maybe we can get a statement from him and from her, supporting him. But this really is not the way that the ASUN operates. It's really kind of sad to see the commissioner asking coaches to do things for him. Um, you know, it's
Yeah.
really just an unsafe environment here in the ASUN. How are you feeling as a ASUN coach now, knowing that that's going around?
Well, yeah, I think we all agree that the conference commissioner should be held to a little bit of a higher standard, right?
Correct.
Like if Chatty does that, you're like, okay, I'm disappointed, but it's not entirely unexpected, right?
Yeah. If
But
anything,
with
it's expected.
yeah, exactly. So with us little regular old coaches, that's fine. We're little idiots. We can do stuff like that. But the conference
Exactly.
commissioner I mean, that's an important role. It's basically the face of the conference to the outside world, right? Everyone knows Campbell's the commissioner. They know that he represents what the ASUN is about. So that's just on a conference wide level, not a great look. On a personal level, me personally, not great. I mean that we're getting pretty close to like sexual harassment or sexual assault there. You
Me
know,
too.
so exactly hashtag me too. So on a personal level, I felt a little attacked, but for the time, I'm willing to chat it, chalk it up to just him being sick and maybe on meds or
Mm.
something.
Yeah, that
So
brings me to my next point. Do you think that this just might be a side effect of his health problems that he's facing?
I
The cough
yeah
is dropping.
yeah I I could honestly see it either. Okay, so I see three different paths there, right? So either he's just delirious, just in and out of consciousness, doesn't know what's going on, and he's just saying this stuff, right? So that's option one. Option
It took
two,
him 4 tries to make the schedule this year, so that's very likely.
that I had forgotten about that. Yeah, that was a disaster. I mean, that was pretty rough. That was right when I joined. So initial view of the conference not great. And then he could
So
be
I
on
mean,
painkillers or something. I
yeah,
don't know. That's another
yeah.
option.
Is this something that's been going on? Is this health thing something that's been going on? Like we talked about with the scheduling and all the issues.
Yeah.
Previously. This could just be it getting worse, and ultimately culminating in the cough dropping.
Yeah, I think you're really connecting the dots here. This is some good
Mm-hmm.
detective work on your part, I gotta say. I know it's the Shade Show, but I mean, this is
Times you
groundbreaking
gotta let it
stuff.
shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta give Shine credit where it's due, I mean, this is just some hard hitting stuff.
So, moving on from Campbell, because we'll have to play that by year, week by week, see what happens to him. But our main story here is Kennesaw State and Chatty, not Chattanooga anymore, Chatty. They have a budding rivalry. It was all the talk was Stetson Sanford. Now it's definitely KSU Chatty. Um, you know, Military involvement, just a big feud going on between the two, and I really don't see an end in sight. I don't think it will be settled on the football field, on the fake football Reddit subreddit, whatever you want to call it. What are your thoughts on the budding rivalry?
Yeah. So I was, I think, at work when this first started and I was busy. So, I was grinding
Working,
that film and I just come back to just utter chaos. And I was just like, what is going on here? I mean, Chatty came in guns blazing. I'm pretty sure he literally set fire to just an entire forest of planks. I
factory,
mean,
Plank Factory.
yeah, plank factory. Yeah, exactly. So Chatty is not playing around. I mean,
And it
I
was like
guess my
his
question
first
for
day in the
you.
Discord.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, see, there you go. See, he's providing photo evidence of what he did here, and I mean,
Not ashamed.
Yeah, it's a little hard to watch. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little tough on the stomach. But I have a question for you. Is it's kind of a two-parter. So the first part is, do you feel like KSU Chatty has replaced your rivalry as the preeminent ASUN rivalry? And if so, how does that make you feel?
So I don't think that it's replaced it because there was never a rivalry, as I stated before. If Stetson wants to lose by 42, to me, it's fine. It's not really a rivalry. It's just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like big brother. Playing with little brother, giving him a chance, but
Yeah,
really there
yeah,
is no chance. We signed a deal to play at the Benz, just to kind of make him feel special. So, I've been throwing a lot of shade his way. He's been throwing a lot of shine, as it should be,
mm-hmm,
considering
mm-hmm.
Sanford's clearly the better team. So no, it hasn't been replaced because there was nothing to be replaced to begin with. But I
Okay, okay.
will say that I'm very excited to see more of our rivalries popping up. And that kind of brings me to a point I wanted to talk about with you about protected rivals in the ASUN, so cross division rivals. We kind of talked about this on the ASUN show before, but obviously you would have Sanford, Stetson, uh, Kennesaw State, and Chatty.
Yeah.
Um, who would you think would be your rival from the north?
Oh, that's a good question. I think if I could pick anyone from the north, I would pick the Humpy Boy himself, Campbell, assuming he's still alive going forward,
Exactly.
which is a pretty big if. I'll say that
Mm.
much. Just because from the moment I got in here, I started going at him. Just not big stuff like Chatty. Not like exploding factories. Just like light ribbing. So I feel like that'd be a pretty good rivalry. We have a pretty good rapport. So I think that'd be my favorite.
Are you concerned about the game not being competitive at all?
I mean, that's my concern with every game.
Hmm.
So, yes, I guess is the answer.
Have you considered my strategy of going for quality losses as opposed to wins? Because clearly that's what the committee's looking for.
I've considered it. Just the issue is sometimes, you're just too good and you just can't lose no matter how hard you try. You try to call a number and then next thing you know, you got an 80-yard rushing touchdown, stuff like that. So,
Mm.
it's unfortunate, but I'm just gonna have to keep soldiering on and keep winning and see if I can move above number 6. It'll be tough with all the quality losses going around this week. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough. I've got 3 losses, 4 wins, so I feel like I have good balance there. I feel like 500 is what you're shooting for.
Yep, yep,
Um,
I would agree. I mean, I'm not saying that the committee wants to wipe out half of all life in the universe, but I
Possible.
am saying that they're ardent supporters of Thanos. You can draw whatever conclusions you want from that.
Mhm.
Just connect the dots there on your own about their mission.
The next shade room, maybe there will be more dots connected.
Yeah,
I'll have to do some digging, some hard hitting journalistic work, and kind of see what I can discover there.
yeah.
Investigating the committee. Um,
I mean,
so before we
the
move
question
on,
is who watches the Watchmen, right? Maybe
exactly.
we should committee the committee and see how they like
Ooh,
it.
I like I like
Rank
where
the
this is
committee
going.
members based on their arguments. See how it feels.
Inequality losses do they have? You know.
Exactly.
Um, so before we move on to our next segment, I forgot I have a picture I meant to put up for this segment. I think that you'll enjoy it, Pello.
Okay.
I'll send it in the chat right here. It's a score
Ooh.
to your game, 10 to the sixth power to 0. It's like your typical score.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
close. Yeah.
so, um, Also, I wanted to give a quick update on the nail polish tracker, and kind of get
Oh
your
boy.
thoughts on that. I think you're pretty close to the 6 figures now. Um, you know, I don't know how much you're getting paid over there at Bethune Cookman, but I'm interested. How has this affected your quality of life?
Pretty significantly. I don't make nearly as much as you would think for someone of my stature in the coaching world. So
Mm.
it's been a little rough. I've had to cut back. I can't buy a new Mercedes Benz every month.
That's tough.
So that's rough. Yeah, it's every other month now, and it's just, I can only go on one vacation a month instead of two. So I've really had to make some pretty severe cutbacks just to be able to put food on the table. My kids are used to eating caviar, so gotta keep caviar on the table. But
I
I'm
understand.
willing,
I understand.
yeah, I'm willing to make these sacrifices for a charitable cause. But
It's very
I mean,
noble of you.
is this a good time to discuss what does and doesn't count for charitable donations?
I'm being told no, it's not.
What?
So we're gonna move on to the
What? Wait,
next
what?
segment.
This is rigged.
Uh, the next segment is called Sunburnt. I have a picture for that. We're gonna bring on our guest. Here's the picture for the Sunburnt segment. It's a camel. Sorry, a picture of our commissioner on vacation. So we're gonna bring on our guest, Florida A&M head coach Slolo.
Hello.
Hey,
buddy.
welcome.
We
Hey.
just kind of want to talk to you real quick, get your thoughts on some things. We've talked about a couple news stories here. How are you feeling
Yeah.
about some of these stories going around the ASUN? Give us your thoughts.
Well, the fact there's an all-out war going on in the ASUN, kind of worrying. I hope we don't have more wars popping up. Still need football fields to exist, so can't have them
I
blowing
can
up.
see that.
But, like I said, I don't think it'll be settled on the football field. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but this looks like a blood war.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if it spilled out into real fake war.
Get a whole new
real fake war.
Yeah,
A fake real war.
Fake college football.
I mean,
maybe a fake real war.
Yeah,
you might be right.
New sub, a new subreddit where you enter numbers to see how many soldiers.
Should be funding that, absolutely. So we'll talk about our game, Slolo. You got the win. Congratulations. But like we were talking about earlier, at halftime we discussed we wanted quality losses. So now that you had an opportunity to get a quality loss and you let it slide, how are you feeling about your playoff chances?
Well, I already had two quality losses. I lost by, I think it was 40 to Penn, and I lost to Kennesaw. So I think
that quality
is to take the win one.
So,
well, maybe being 500 might be better. I think
that's what we're shooting for. Artillery Village. You got the right idea, buddy. So how do you think that Campbell's current health situation is going to affect the conference deal? Will it affect you personally, Slolo, or are you really not that concerned about it?
Well, unless the whoever the new commissioner ends up is absolutely incompetent, probably not.
So if it's Pello, you're going to be a little scared.
Look, I'm a benevolent dictator, okay? Benevolent dictator.
Oh,
sure,
me and Pello have a show together, so it might be best for me if he is the new commish.
Yeah. But it's announced as new commissioner. Florida A&M looking for a new conference.
You just immediately secede from the ASUN.
What do you guys think that the ASUN would look like with Pello as the commissioner? Like, would it be 4 teams, 1 team, 2 teams? I just, I'm curious what you guys think. Pello, what would you do as the commissioner?
So we talked about this a little bit. My first act would be to probably relocate Dixie State University into Alabama and then absorb North Alabama and Dixie State. So that would probably be first. So we go to 16 teams. And then I was thinking maybe just like an eliminator style thing where, it could go multiple ways. But basically, if you coach a conference game and you lose, then, you just get killed, Call the weak. Only the strong can survive.
So, would you rename the divisions like you know, like Hunger Games division, the Darwin division, things like that?
I think there's real possibilities there. I mean, maybe like Stalin and Lenin or Stalin and Mao, other dictators, I think is definitely a route I would consider exploring, but maybe just force rename it to geocentric and heliocentric, because those should be the names anyway.
I agree.
So
That was my idea originally.
yeah, yeah.
Those
You
are
know,
horrible
Yeah.
names.
No, they're not horrible names. What kind of garbage are you talking about?
yeah,
Geocentric
you're
and
you're you're
heliocentric
throwing
is
shade
so
the wrong
good.
way.
Yeah, they are not
Exactly.
horrible, Chatty.
Shade is going the exact right way right now.
No,
That
okay. When I win this stupid conference, I'm gonna lobby as hard as I physically can for geocentric and heliocentric. And then
We
if
already
not,
voted.
I'm gonna ask my division members what they want to be, and then just pick the opposite one.
Oh,
You know?
you hear that
Screw
first,
you
AC
guys.
South?
If you wanted a better name, you should have won yourselves.
Hey, you still
That
go
is a
against
valid
me.
point.
I still have plenty of time.
So when do you guys
It's
play?
conference
Have you guys
record,
played
so
yet?
No, we play week 9, so not this week. I'm up against
Ooh.
Dixie State this week, but next when we come back to conference play, I'm up against.
Hey, can we move into a
Goodwin.
quick? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Can we move into a quick Q&A? Real quick. Just a couple questions.
Yeah,
for
absolutely. You got some
Slowa?
questions for him?
Yeah. So regarding our Week 9 matchup, I guess my first question is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you to lose?
Gotta go with a 1.
Okay,
I think
so you're
that
not
loss
excited for
would-
it.
No, I think that loss would knock me out of conference championship contention unless you lose out or something like that, which ain't
Yeah,
likely.
yeah.
So I gotta say,
And it's not even a
excited
quality
for
loss either.
That one. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because you don't have any quality losses. So
Exactly. No
therefore, it
transitive
can't be a
losses.
quality loss.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. And then another question I have for you is: you said you would pick Jacksonville State as your permanent cross division rival. Could you? I mean, is that just because you won earlier this season, or could you expound a little bit on why you would pick him?
Well, that and he's good, and he wasn't claimed yet, so
Oh, okay.
I took it. So
The person slow low. You can't just claim him.
Watch me.
He's
Yeah, I'm
mighty
pretty sure
Matt.
that became illegal like 150 years ago.
What? No.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
From Florida, doesn't exist.
Oh,
Our game was good. It was fun. And, it'd be fun to play him some more. I think the previous Florida A&M coach played him before I got there, so I think the Florida A&M Jacksonville State series record is 1-1 right now. So definitely need another game
Best of 3.
at
Yeah.
some point.
Yep.
But so yeah. Since Stanford was already taken by Stetson, and you took Campbell, probably someone else in that division.
I mean, if you want
but
Campbell, you
so.
can have him. I mean, I feel
I'd be
bad.
dead by the
just-
time you
I
play him.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd feel bad beating up on just a vastly inferior coach every year. So, if
That'd
you
be
want
every
him.
coach.
I mean, yeah,
I mean-
but maybe I would pick Jackson or what?
Ooh, maybe I should
Maybe
go
I pick
Alabama
ETSU.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be a
they're
good choice.
I might change mine to Alabama A&M because
Okay.
ooh,
it'd be
A-Sun
fun.
show.
Yeah, each game on the every time we go against each other on the A-Sun show, that'd be fun.
On
Just taking
ESPN, the
shots.
Ocho. And do you guys think that that's like a possibility? One day you'll turn on the Ocho and see fake football.
Yeah.
I would fully support that. One other quick question, and this is a little more serious, but don't take yourself too seriously. Is who do you see coming out of the North now? Because I think everyone kind of thought before that it was Jacksonville State's to lose, and then they lost. So do you think they can come back? Because they now have 2 conference losses, whereas Alabama A&M has 0. So who do you see coming away with that?
I have to check the schedule again, but I'm pretty sure Jacksonville State still has to go up against Stanford and Alabama A&M. So
Yep.
they still have the chance to take it, though Alabama A&M, of course, would have to lose to someone else. So I guess right now
Lose
I
to
give
me.
the nod. Yeah, it could be anybody though. It doesn't matter. Just need another loss.
It'll be Samford.
Sanford.
Uh,
Sanford.
For
Okay, Sanford. But then Jacksonville State would also have to beat Sanford, so that would put them back on top.
Do- Can I just interject real quick? Can you give me a percentage chance you think that there's a 3-way tie in the North?
So
Because if
69%.
Jacksonville State beats Sanford and Alabama A&M, and Sanford beats Alabama A&M, each of them would have 2 conference losses.
yeah. I don't know. Probably like 25% chance, maybe a little less. I don't think
Okay,
it's super likely.
I'll take that. That's not bad.
Say 69%.
I wish. I don't think it's super likely. I think someone will actually win it. But there's still a good chance that it could be a 3-way tie.
So the North is like a 4-team race now, essentially. I mean, the season's halfway over. You got Alabama A&M with no losses, Samford with 1, Jacksonville State with 2, and Campbell with 2.
He's gonna drop Savannah State. They're ranked 3 in the.
He's lost to me, and what was his other conference loss? Was it a North team? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can check.
Nope, I can't check right now.
Their other loss is to Mercer.
Okay, so South team. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely still in there. The loss to me hurts. A North loss hurts, just like Campbell's loss to Jacksonville State hurts his chances. But the ASUN North is a tightly contested division. I play Campbell week 9, Alabama A&M week 10, and I think week 10, and Jacksonville State's the last game of the season for me. So I think we all at the top still have to play each other.
I think in the North there's 5 with a realistic chance, while technically 6 still alive. I think East Tennessee is still technically alive in the division.
For now.
They'll write them out though.
Yeah, they're 0-3 in conference, so it's a technicality. While in the South, I think it looks like Kennesaw's going to pull it out. It looks like it's going to be a 4-team with Mercer. With the way that game's going, with the way the game Bethune-Cookman's going, it's going to be like right on the edge where they'd have to play nearly perfectly. But with the Kennesaw win, it would be Bethune-Cookman, Kennesaw, and me as top 3 in the South, with Mercer having 2 so North is still definitely a lot more competitive than the South right this second.
Yeah, I mean, any division I'm in, I think just inherently isn't going to be very competitive. So, but what can you do?
So I want to answer a question that Danny brought up. What would your vision be for fake college football on the telly? Like, what would be on the screen? What would you be watching? What do you guys think?
Wait, who says telly? Danny's not British,
Danny.
right?
He might be.
Wait, Danny, are you British?
Would explain the quality losses, the American Revolution.
Well, then why'd you say telly?
No.
Okay, well,
TV is superior, Danny. I can confirm. Yeah, what do you guys think you would see if you turn on the Ocho? You see some ASUN Network, fake college football. East Tenney versus Kennesaw State in the conference championship game. What would you see on the TV?
Redditstream.com.
Yeah.
Just it would be that just on a TV. Just Reddit stream full screen on a TV.
Words and numbers.
Yeah, just numbers.
So I think that somebody with mystical powers, somebody like I don't know, Chatty, would probably come up with some type of formula. Maybe Campbell can write like a think piece about this, but where whatever number you play is displayed, Madden style onto the TV. So it's kind of like you're watching a simulation of the game. You get to like pick your uniforms, the stadium, all that good stuff. There'd be commercials. It would be more like an actual football game, but it would take some magic from probably Chatty. I
think maybe most interesting would be like, well, I don't know for people watching, but for people playing, would be able to, like, the person in the eye against who you're playing with, being able to talk with them face to face, stuff like that.
Yeah, didn't someone do that the first week this year? I think I saw something about that during the very first week this year, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
About meeting up and playing.
Yeah, but I agree. It'd be pretty fun to meet up IRL and play with somebody.
Get like national, or maybe like the playoffs. Get as many people from the playoffs who made it to the playoffs scanned in one place and just like stream it of them playing.
Display like the phone screens.
Yeah, they fly to a massive like NFL or college stadium, just completely
just
empty.
playing on their phones.
Sold out, completely sold out.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Completely sold out, and you see on the jumbotron, someone like submits a defensive number, and then someone says, "Pass 420." The crowd freaks out. The bot results it. It's like a 3-diff 99-yard touchdown, and the crowd goes crazy.
It's riveting stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we're closing in on our time. The camel is telling me to get the lotion out. What does that mean, Campbell? What does that mean? Sorry, there's a lot of drama over here in the ASUN. I want to thank you, Slolo, for being on our show. We look forward to seeing you on the ASUN show on the ASUN network. Yeah, we appreciate you. Do you have any closing remarks or statements you want to put out there?
Can I jump in before your closing remarks and ask you a question? It'll be just it'll just be a one-word answer.
Established from an established show, so yeah.
So I can ask you the question. Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Say yes.
Wait, okay. I just want to ask you. I just want to ask you a question with like a real quick one-word answer, and then you can close it out.
Okay.
Okay. 69, 420, or 1212. Choose wisely. Which one?
I gotta go 420. That's the most fun.
Okay. I like it. I support it. I'm with it.
Okay.
All right. Well, any closing remarks from you, Mr. 420?
Well, just that. It was fun giving the show some legitimacy from an established show host.
Boo. Boo.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have 6 shows or something like that.
And for you, we're coming for you in Gator.
Hey,
Tag teams over here in the ASUN.
We were good enough to kick the late night FCS show off the air, so you guys have a lot to live up to.
Scared. We ain't scared. But
I think it's cool. We got a little ASUN network going.
Exactly.
I kind of want to see what more shows can pop up.
Nail polish painting with pillow. I don't know. We'll work on the title. Thank
Uh,
you, Slowlo. We appreciate you and your time.
Thanks for having me on.
Get to bed. I know you have school in the morning, son. Um,
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you.
thanks for being on,
Yeah.
Solo. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Pillow,
Talk to
anything
you
you got
later.
to say?
What? No.
Anything you got to say, Pillow?
You know, I just, I think a quick, just a quick one thing is, you know, screw the committee, and that's it. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Shade Room, sponsored by Sunsetter Retractable Awnings. I'm Sam Ford, and this signing out for Pillow Like Yellow, also known as Pillow. Thank you.